Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. So our culinary travels have taken us to the Mediterranean, where we started out in the country of Morocco and now we're moving on to Greece. And today I'm going to show you a really easy recipe for a very popular Greek dish called Spanakopita. Spanakopita is a spinach and feta cheese phyllo dough pie. There are very many variations of this dish out there. This is my take on this dish. I've added some things that I like and taken out some things that I don't. But the way that we're going to assemble this dish and cook it is inspired by a vlogger. Her name is Dimitri, and I believe her vlog is Dimitri Dishes. She's got a really clever way of putting this whole dish together. She does not pre-cook her filling. She also uses fresh spinach versus frozen, which I feel is the better way to go because frozen is very wet. You need to really dry, squeeze out the spinach and get all that extra moisture out in order for it to work in this dish. Otherwise it can become mushy, and when you do that, you kind of just squeeze out all the flavor from the spinach. So using fresh spinach, not pre-cooking the filling, and the way that she puts this together in her sheet pan is very, very smart. So now that we've discussed all of that, let me show you the ingredients you need to make this dish, and then we can get cooking. Here I have 1 pound or 3 bags of baby spinach roughly chopped, and phyllo dough. The brand I bought had 2 small packages instead of 1 large. Some finely minced shallot, 3 green scallions, approximately 2 tablespoons of parsley, and 2 tablespoons of mint. I also have feta cheese. You need 1 pound, and a 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese. Get the whole milk. Also, I have dried dill. Fresh is better if you can find it. I also have the zest of 1 large lemon or a teaspoon, some salt, and black pepper to taste. And you're going to need 1 cup of olive oil for the mixture, and then additional olive oil for the phyllo dough. Okay, so now that we've gone over the ingredients, let's assemble our filling. So we're starting off with the a little over a pound of the roughly chopped baby spinach. And I'm gonna add to that 2 tablespoons of the parsley and 2 tablespoons of the chopped mint. And then I'm gonna add 3 green scallions. And approximately a tablespoon of finely minced shallots. I'm also adding the zest of 1 lemon, which is approximately a teaspoon. And then I'm going to add the 15 ounce of the whole milk ricotta cheese. And then I have the block of feta, which I'm just going to break up. And I actually have 2 blocks because you need the pound, and these were 8 ounces. So, and here's the other one. I've also rinsed them quickly under some water to remove some of the salt because they're like in a salty brine. You don't want the Spanakopita too salty. Okay. Let me just go rinse my hands quick. Okay, so let's move that out of the way. Now we're going to also add our dill. This is one of the most important ingredients. I'm using dried today because my supermarket didn't have any really nice looking fresh dill. So if you're going to use fresh dill, use one whole big bunch of fresh dill. Just cut the very ends off. I'm using dried, so I'm going to be using 3 nice tablespoons, 3 heaping tablespoons of dill. If I can get this off without breaking my nail. Okay, so 1, 2, and okay, 3. I'm also going to add a big pinch of salt, maybe 2. And then I'm also going to add some freshly cracked black pepper. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to show you in the ingredients, we're also going to be using 3 fresh eggs, which I'm going to beat separately and then add that after we mix all of this together and then taste it. So I'm also going to add 1 whole cup of extra virgin olive oil. Okay, so let's add that whole cup. And now I have some gloves, so I'm going to mix with my hands because it's really the best way to do this. So I put on my kitchen gloves, and now we're just going to mix this all together. And it's kind of like the only way to really do this. Mix until all ingredients are well combined, and then we're going to quickly beat the 3 eggs and add it to the mixture. Okay. Now, oops. Let's taste it for seasoning. It's good raw. Definitely doesn't need any more salt. So now I'm just going to beat the 3 eggs. I've broken them up, or I should say I cracked them out of the shell and put them in a bowl already. And now we can add that to our filling. And let's just work that in. I was just gonna lick that, thank God I didn't, raw egg. So let me put this to the side and get the baking sheet with the phyllo dough and show you how we assemble this. Okay, so here's a quick tip. When working with phyllo dough, don't open the package that the phyllo dough is in, the actual airtight package, until you're ready to actually use it, because phyllo dough will dry out very, very quickly. So I'm gonna open these now, and I'm gonna start layering the phyllo dough on my half sheet pan, which I've already pre-oiled. It's actually a non-stick, but you should oil it anyway because it helps to crisp up the phyllo dough at the bottom. So I'm gonna lay this out. I'm gonna do a tight shot so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna put the spinach and feta cheese filling in the middle. We're gonna fold all the phyllo dough back over. We'll put a layer of phyllo dough on the top with some olive oil, which we're probably gonna be using at least another half cup to cup of olive oil, because you need to keep brushing the phyllo dough as we work. And then we'll pop it in the oven for an hour. So let me show you how to put this all together. So I've pre-oiled my baking pan, and now we're just gonna go around with 2 pieces of phyllo dough and line the baking pan. So just continue this process all the way around, 2 sheets at a time, overlapping to make sure you cover the entire sheet pan. Now place 2 sheets in the center. Okay, now we're going to just spread a whole bunch of olive oil all over. We want to just make sure that the phyllo dough doesn't dry out, and this also helps to crisp it up. I'll use a pastry brush to get it better spread out. And then just let's continue the process till we use all of the phyllo dough that's in the first package. So just go around and continue to layer. And there's no right or wrong. Okay. Perfect. So some more olive oil now. Again, rub it all over. It's okay if your phyllo cracks or rips a little, it's no big deal at all. Now we're going to just put the spinach mixture in and spread it out evenly. And once you have it all spread out evenly, now we're going to fold the phyllo dough over into the mixture. So just go around and flip all the sides over. And then once you do that, tuck any edges in so they don't burn. Some more olive oil. And now I have my second package of phyllo that I'm going to open. And now we're just going to cover the top part of the Spanakopita, tucking in all the edges. We'll put some more olive oil down. And now we're going to take the remaining sheets of phyllo dough and then in strips, kind of just crumple it up and lay it across the top. This will give a nice airy crust to the top. It's all right if your phyllo dough rips. Just lay it in strips till you use all of it up. And now we're going to add some more olive oil over the top and brush it with a pastry brush. So now I'm going to pre-cut the Spanakopita before putting it into the oven. It makes it a lot easier to get out after it's cooked. If you've ever tried to cut phyllo dough once it's cooked, it pretty much just falls apart and disintegrates. So this is a very important step before cooking. Make sure you cut into individual serving size pieces and cut all the way through to the bottom. And then just go over your knife marks to make sure it's cleanly done. Okay, so we've assembled the dish and I've pre-sliced it into serving pieces. And now we're gonna pop this into the oven. I've preheated my oven to 450 degrees. And now as soon as I put the Spanakopita in the oven, I'm gonna drop it down to 350 and it's gonna go for 1 hour and it should be nice and crisp golden brown. So here it is, guys. It looks so good. I can't wait to try this. Can you hear this? Ooh, crispy. Okay. to make a mess. The ricotta and the feta, a little hint of lemon brightens it up. Taste the mint. It's so good. Crunchy, golden, beautiful. I hope you guys really enjoy this dish. Until the next time, guys. Bye.